Hello everyone. Uh, in this video, I hope it's going to be a short one. I like to share some thoughts about Waffentracker E100, and this is the one what I have been waiting now. Um how many years? It's about 8 years or something. Uh, I said earlier in some video that this is the one what I wanted so badly at my previous account, and I grinded uh, a month, or I don't remember how many months, but let's put this way that many weeks on the German TD Tech 3 line to get this. And far as I remember, it was a week or two left, an estimate what I have to grind to get this one. And surprise, surprise, in that moment, Wargaming decided to get this away and put that Grill 15, replace this one. And so I never get this in that time. And I was all those years I was so hoping that Wargaming would put this back in the game, and just to see how it feels. And my how I remember this tank in those days, it was so devastating. I remember one specific thing when the one team was losing. It was situation was something, uh, let's say 8-9 to 2, and was those two tanks in the another team? There was two Waffendraggers E100s, and they win because this was so devastating in that time. By the years, everything is going forward, and this game has been developed in many ways. And I have started to think that this isn't so special nowadays because we have those EPRs and lots of so overpowered tanks, and the game phases are so much faster and so on. So I start to hope and think that this isn't so overpowered nowadays. Nowadays game meta, so call it. I talked this in the forums, and many people are uh, putting me down that yeah, this tank will never come back because it's so overpowered and it's not real. That was one argument, and it was a little bit funny to hear that argument that this isn't real because these tanks what are in this game are not real. Uh, there are so many fake tanks and so many so-called blueprint tanks what nobody else in the world had been found. But surprise, surprise, wargaming specialists had been found some special blueprint tanks and so on. And if there's a real tank in this game like IS-3, it is real tank, absolutely, no doubt about it. But the characters of that tank are not real. The gun presses and so on, and the armor isn't real. So the name of the tank might be a real, and appearances, how it looks, might be a real. But in reality, it doesn't work as a real tank. So it was a little bit funny. And one thing what these when we are talking about real tanks and we are talking about Waffentracker E100, of course this is in fictional in many ways like many other tanks in this game. But the funny thing is that this isn't the blueprint thing. The hull isn't the blueprint. They have been manufactured this E100 hull. It's totally real. It's much real than any blueprint tank in this tank. The turret is also real. The Germans has had manufactured these turrets. So only fake in this case is that Wargaming has been put these two together, and that's a stamp, how we can say this isn't the real. Yeah, but I I have lost my interest to generally talk about which is real and which is not. My last tipping point was many years ago when I heard that Wargaming has patented E50M tank for themselves. So in general, that means that that tanks has been never been in any form of in this world until Wargaming has been made it and patented from themselves. But back to this Waffentrager E100, I wanted and I write it in the forums and so on, and also I wanted to see that 279 in this game. That's original version, and I was surprised when the Mission 2.0 came, and uh, price of that mission is the 279E. And I was hoping that next one would be Waffendrager E100. Well, E100 came back in this Waffendrager mode, which is now every year. And today, or not today, this year was the year when this came back in the game, and I mean in the randoms, but only the rental version. I got this yesterday by free. I didn't pay those loot boxes or anything, and I get this. And the sad thing is that this game without a crew, and one, two, three, four, five, six crew. I have to train for this, and I have five battles limited. So yeah, that means that I have to train. I have to waste a lot of free experiences and gold to get even decent crew for this. Let's say for a 100% crew, I have to waste so many uh, free experiences. And let's put this way: I have to spend a lot of euros to get decent crew for these five battles, and that means that I will not do that. Uh, Probably I just uh, put those 75% crew and struggle and try to enjoy those five battles, and that's about it. Sad thing, uh, because I like to see how competitive this is in my own hands. I'm not a unicorn or I'm a decent player, but still I like to see how this perform on on my hands. But it's not going to happen. But I hope that it will be happening because the bright side of this whole thing is that I have been right on my thoughts that this isn't so good nowadays like it was back in the day. I have been facing these on the battlefields a lot of with this past weeks. What has been what I have been playing in the tier 10s and so on, and this isn't so scary at all. Uh, I like to see this is very easy target take out. Of course, that force damage what the gun can do, and these values are so freaking good. I mean, aiming time 1.44 and so on, and these are without no cruise. And if we are, let's see, well, how are they looking? I put this already here with the standard configurations what I put if I had this. So fully trained crew and these skills and perks and pretty standard equipments on this. So what we can see, reload time very long, but 5 rounds. So yeah, it can it can take easily out almost any tank, and the gun itself is amazing. I mean, uh, penetration with the standard ammunition and the damage one shell is incredible. Uh, Reload time 2 seconds between cells. Aiming time 1.41. And with these equipments, with this uh, improved aiming equipment, accuracy 0.26. So it will hit just where it aims, and this aiming time. This is the gun itself is amazing, and that's the thing. And the truth in this vehicle. Without that gun, this is pretty useless. I mean, if we start to see what's something else what this holds, it with these equipments, it can reach that uh, decent view range, but the camos are pretty awful. I mean, this is FV 4005 level camos, so this doesn't have any kind of camos, and this doesn't have any kind of armor, to be honest. So that's a reason why this is without that gun, this is pretty useless. Well, useless is pretty hazy say hazy word to say, but still, you know what I mean. So gun is everything, and this is thing what I have been seen when in a battlefield. In the right hands, in my if I'm my own team has Unicorn who's playing with this, he goes very aggressive in the front, and if he's lucky or something, he blows everything, every enemy away right away in the front, and just not getting hit. And that kind of player does 10,000 damage per battle or something like that. I watched the skill when was playing this, and he was saying that this is very hard tank to play because without camo and without uh, any kind of armor, this is very hard. And he did something 5,000 to 7,000 and damages per battle, and we are talking about Unicorn, very good player. So uh, yeah, that's a top result, and rest of those when I what I have been watching those who had these tanks in my own team, uh, the score wasn't so special. Nothing in matter of fact, in tier 10 level, those scores are pretty bad. When the enemy, like I said, when the enemy have these, uh, it's so easy to take these out. No matter of fact, I'm waiting to and chasing these in the enemy tanks. If they are playing a little bit passive way, that's this kind of vehicle should be played. Uh, I'm just loading here high explosive rounds and shooting those popular bushes where these might be hiding. And I have taken these so many these out in that way that this is very easy prey to take out. But yeah, um, nowadays game what the war of gaming is games sorry World of Tanks is presenting this isn't so special tank, and that will be said. I'm pretty sure that this experience is what Wargaming has been put out as a rental of this. I'm pretty sure I'm willing to bet some money for it that this will be back in the game in 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 some form. I don't know how. Uh, a lot of guesses on the tech tree. I I don't think so. They have Krilla. I don't. I'm not. I'm pretty sure that they don't switch Krilla to this pack. Uh, but obviously everything is possible. For the collector's vehicle, maybe. I doubt because this is something what the Wargaming can milking away a lot of euros. So not that way. About bonds, same thing. I doubt, but possible as a bond vehicle. Hmm, if I have to guess, I think thought I'm pretty sure that there's going to be some auction or something like that, and there you can buy it from free experience or something. And luckily, I have right now more than 4,000 400,000 free experience and pretty decent amount of bronze and gold. So I'm waiting for that. I'm certainly going to buy this vehicle just because I've been waiting so many years for this. I don't know if it's good or bad in my hands or how I feel it. That's the most important thing. How your how you feel that tank when you are playing. Um, yeah. What else? Well, reward tanks should be this. It should be, and it would be a little bit disappointing depending how the what is the principle or how what is the game mode where you can get this uh, by rewarding. But uh, the good thing is that if they are bringing this back, it isn't that overpowered. There's a lot of uh, harder tanks to face than this one, and I certainly hope that they are bringing this back. This isn't break this game at all anymore, and they don't have to nerf this. I truly I can't remember was the Gamos and that uh, armor that bad in back in the day. Uh, if I have to guess it right now fastly, I would say that it this has been nerfed for this, but I might be wrong because the E100 100 hull is much better armored than these values. So I have a little bit of doubts for that, and also the gamos are so bad on this one, and we are talking about uh, times when all the TDs had very good gamos, even when they are moving or shooting. The gamos on those days on those tanks in those days in the many years they were very excellent. But these are very crappy camos what this has right now. But yeah, uh, sadly I don't have anything to say about how I feel because like I said I haven't played this at all in this time. Yeah, I hope that I will get to know this tank better by game playing, and only way how I get that feeling is if when they are putting this in permanent with this game as a whatever uh, auction or whatever way they put this, and when that in that point I will train the decent or good crew for it, and I played a lot, and then I can say something about this. What else? Well, funny thing, we have this Waffen Tracker event right now, and last mission or task what have to do, I get those engineers keys, and it was a little bit. In this year, I was surprised that Wargaming is giving something uh, free away, which are normally you have to buy it, and well, I was so blown away that in basically that they are giving something valuable away for free, and they did. I received how many 3 or 4 engineers key, and I thought that there have to be some calculations or something that when they are giving these away, the odds to get something real good is very low, or there are no chances at all. And the first keys what I use it, I re-roll those couple of times. I get very lousy. Oh no, well that's a bad way to say, but not so good things around from those. I get some 2D and 3D styles and so on. But the last one, what I get, this was surprise for me. I get the engineer's key while same time yesterday, like I get this, and I open it. I uh, re-roll 2 times by using gold, and surprise, surprise, I get this one. And I was really surprised that I get this main uh, surprise or main tank today in this event that what was supposed to be that the hook that people are wasting a lot of euros and money to get or to buy those loot boxes to get this, and still they don't have any kind of chances to get, because the percentage to get this is less than 1% if you don't have uh, those premium vehicles already, what they are offering in uh, that random calculation. And I don't have those premium vehicles, but I re-roll it 2 times and I get this, and I was surprised, and obviously I'm very pleased that the work game is giving this to me basically for free, or that 500 gold. Yeah, about this tank, I haven't played this at all. Like you see, I don't have clue or anything about. I haven't put anything on it. But I'm certainly are going to play this, and I have again faced this many times at the battlefield when I'm playing past weeks. Um, my first experiences, or how I see this about this tank, is it's a hull down monster. It's very good on those. The hull itself is made on a glass or paper or something like this. It doesn't bounce anything, but the turret itself is very good, and I think that it's pretty flexible, and far as I have understand it, it has pretty good uh, gun handling and so on. Gun itself is good, so well, I'm pretty sure that this performs very well, long as the hull itself is uh, behind the cover. But that's about it about this video, and now I'm going to end this one. If you have any comments or something on your mind, please leave them on the comment field. Yeah, that's it. Bye.